Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here, back with another reaction video, and today we finna react there. The real reason 90 R&B group disappeared in the 2000s. I can shorten it up for you. It's money. Don't nobody want to keep paying multiple artists. That's too much money. That's too much money to disperse between multiple people. It's better to just focus on one talent, give them a shitty 360 deal, call it a day, versus having to pay 3 to 4 individuals, giving them a 360 deal. Because if one branch off on their own, if one write and produce and the other one is just a singer or just a performer, I should say, you gotta that's too much money they gotta give up. It's too much. Plus, you know, the cost for hair, makeup, appearances, outfits, wardrobe, and shit like that. Yeah, they don't want to do that no more. Too much money. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get right into it.
Why did R&B girl groups disappear almost overnight at the peak of their power? Most people think it was just a change in taste, a shift in culture, but the data says otherwise. This wasn't a natural decline. It was a deliberate dismantling of the most successful format in Black music. From diamond-certified albums to total industry erasure, the industry decided that the girl group was too expensive, too powerful, and too hard to control. Today, we're decoding the business mechanics behind the death of the girl group. 1994 and 1995, two of the best years in hip-hop and R&B. Each set the stage for several...
No, 95 in rap was terrible. 95 in rap was fucking terrible. But R&B though. R&B, shit. Man, R&B was fucking goated in 95. And 94, but I digress.
Impactful albums that changed the landscape of music. Mary J. Blige's My Life.
Yes, sir.
Monica's Miss Thing.
Yes, sir.
D'Angelo's Brown Sugar.
Yeah.
Brandy's self-titled debut. Mariah Carey's Daydream. And Boyz II Men's record-breaking 2, just to name a few. Even in this sea of music, few artists reached the commercial dominance of the R&B girl groups who defined this era. These groups were the dominant format and the culture. Collectively, they built one of the most commercially powerful and culturally resonant chapters in the history of Black music. So let's talk about what they built and what was taken from them. Honors, hits, and industry recognition.
Number 1.
En Vogue redefined R&B vocal arrangements, displaying classic glamour, maturity, beauty, poise, and strength across 6 top 10 hits, while equally sharing the vocal spotlight. They earned 7 Grammy nominations, 7 MTV Video Music Awards, 3 Soul Train Awards, 2 American Music Awards, and a Billboard Music Award. In the 90s, En Vogue set a standard.
I don't know what
My favorite group of the 90s.
Reached number 1 in 1993 and continues to be a staple in classic R&B playlists more than 30 years later. Their debut album, It's About Time, went triple platinum, followed by 2 gold-certified releases. By 2017, they had sold over 30 million records worldwide and were recognized with the Soul Train Lady of Soul Award. 3 members, no gimmicks at all, just hits and harmony from around the way girls who held your attention. Escape's platinum-certified debut, Hummin' Comin' At Ya, dropped in October 1993 with hits like Just Kickin' It and Understanding. These were sonic time capsules from 4 authentic, relatable young women out of Atlanta. Their next 2 studio albums also both hit platinum certification in the US. That's 3 consecutive platinum albums, a group with an undeniable legacy. 702 defined the late 90s sound with a girl next door energy and color-saturated visuals built around sisterhood and empowerment. They earned a 1997 Soul Train Lady of Soul Award for Best R&B Soul Album. Landed 2 top 10 Billboard Hot 100 hits with Get It Together and Where My Girls At, and sold over 4 million records.
I wasn't a fan of Where My Girls At.
And often overlooked when folks talk about the top girl groups.
What you do to me?
Total brought a completely different texture to the girl group arena. They were mysterious, edgy, and undeniably cool in the bad boy universe. Their self-titled debut went platinum. Their sophomore release reached gold. And they placed 8 songs on the Billboard Hot 100.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Total is listening to their catalog. I ain't gonna lie. Total mid. I'm sorry. Their catalog is mid. Sorry. I ain't gonna lie. Can't you see what you do to me? That's a classic. But the rest of the catalog.
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Sorry, I had to call that out.
They were also part of the iconic visuals of the Hype Williams-led Shiny Suit era, appearing in videos for their peers at a time when being seen
they was part
everything.
of Diddy's. They were Diddy girls.
And then there's TLC, the best-selling American group of all time by modern RIAA standards, with over 65 million records sold worldwide. Crazy Sexy Cool became the first album by a girl group to achieve diamond certification. They walked away from the 1995 MTV VMAs with 4 awards, including Video of the Year, the first Black act to ever win that honor. 4 Grammys, 5 Soul Train Awards, a 2024 Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, 4 multi-platinum albums. The accolades are endless. And Destiny's Child, the group that extended the girl group era into the 2000s and closed it out on the highest possible note, brought that same collective power forward, becoming one of the best-selling groups of all time before officially disbanding in 2006. They share that top spot with TLC, the Pussycat Dolls, and the Supremes. The accomplishments of these women prove they were not just acts outside of the mainstream. These groups were the dominant commercial format of black music for a solid decade. The question is, why they all but vanished within 5 years of peak commercial power. With Destiny's Child officially disbanding in 2006, the girl group era in R&B was effectively over. So what happened between 1996 and 2003? How unity became a liability. Let's look at this from a record company's perspective. A solo artist is one contract, one relationship, one point of leverage. A group of 3 or 4 women is 3 or 4 people who can collectively rally against a label, a manager, or a bad deal. The industry has always preferred the map that works in its favor.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. We are the biggest selling female group ever. 10 million albums worldwide. We have worked very hard. We have been in this business for 5 years. And we are broke as broke can be.
When TLC sued LaFace Records over their contract terms, it was 3 women with unified legal standing doing it together. That's legitimately harder to suppress or ignore than a single artist filing agreements. The label knew this.
Okay, there are 100 points on the album. TLC had 7. Every point is equal to 8 cents. All right? 7 times 8, 56 cents. But as time went on, we learned a lot. That means every time an album gets sold, TLC gets 56 cents. So 10 million records, $5.6 million. Seems like a lot of money. Well, it's not a lot of money when the record company has spent $3 million to record your album. And in the record business, we pay all costs back to the record company. We pay recording costs, video costs, So now we have $2.6 million left. Well, guess what? When you have that much money, you're in about the 47, 48, 49% tax bracket. So that immediately gets deducted to $1.3 million. Then you split the rest 3 ways. You got about $300,000 apiece, if that much. Okay? $300,000. I can buy a nice house with that. And what am I gonna pay my bills with?
SWV experienced friction with management and the label as internal tension mounted simultaneously. In Vogue's disputes were less public, but the pattern was the same. Internal tensions were consistently amplified by management rather than resolved.
Initially, it was a slightly sad experience, but Dawn wanted to pursue her solo career, and we respected that.
Simply put, a divided group that's already beefing is easier to manage than a unified one. The industry's answer really wasn't to negotiate fairly at all. In most cases, it appeared that the strategy was to sign girl groups with a built-in division strategy already in motion, identify the most marketable member, build her profile separately, and let the disagreements and friction that groups naturally experience do the rest. The manufactured solo star.
Damn.
The solo breakout star usually didn't happen naturally. It was often manufactured and more profitable for everyone except the remaining group members. As an obvious example, for the 2000s era, Destiny's Child is the clearest case. The group experienced a few lineup changes before settling on the most recent configuration that eventually best positioned one member for a solo career.
It's your boy, Young. You ready?
Even though each member has had tremendous individual successes, the superstardom and eventual icon status of Beyonce is not a coincidence. The label and management at the time were building a solo artist inside of a group vehicle. Similar stories have been told about members across several of these groups. The pattern followed the same script. Identify the most marketable member. Give her the lead singles, the magazine covers, the interview slots. Create conditions where the group feels limiting for her and where her departure feels like her choice, not the label strategy.
My idea of being a lead singer was just to sing my lead vocals and my background part, but it didn't turn out that way. I was just doing a whole lot of work that I felt like I should not be doing with 3 people in the group.
I don't think it was one of them things where, oh, they just whack, they can't sing, they can't pull it off. I think they just kind of used her, like, while she's here, we gonna work her to death.
I felt like since she was doing more, she should have been compensated for it as well.
From a financial standpoint, a solo artist generates 100% of the revenue. By contrast, a group splits that money 3 to 4 ways and includes members who can push back on decisions. So the label's preferred math is obvious, and their math was never hidden. It was just never spoken out loud either. Total is one of the clearest examples of how this worked even without a breakout narrative. They were the girl group at Bad Boy, but the label's machine and its resources went directly to its solo acts. Total's commercial ceiling wasn't their
Diddy
talent
wasn't
at
paying
all.
nobody.
It was where the promotional budget.
Let's be for real. Let's be fucking for real. Diddy wasn't paying nobody. Diddy made Biggie pay for his own fucking funeral. How you gonna make a dead man pay for his own fucking funeral? Ain't that some shit?
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Did Mace dirty, did Sean dirty, did everybody dirty. He did bad business with everybody. Diddy was a fucking scumbag when it came to these contracts and how to get this money. He was gonna finesse you somehow.
Went. So the solo breakout wasn't just a career move. It was the industry's exit strategy from a format it had decided was structurally inconvenient. The exit strategy. No budget, no visibility. Even if a group did survive the internal friction and the label's pressure, even if they held together through all of it, the infrastructure that once made them commercially viable was quietly being redirected. Radio program directors worked with the promotional budgets of the record labels. If the labels stopped spending money on girl groups stopped being heard on the radio. If they weren't charting because no one was hearing their music, the label couldn't then justify the budget for the next album. So, you know what? The cycle was deliberate. BET and MTV followed the same promotional spending. A girl group without a video in rotation in 1999 was invisible to their core audience. By the late 90s, A&R departments had largely stopped developing new girl groups altogether. The pipeline dried up, not because the talent wasn't there, but because the money, support, and marketing had been rerouted toward teen pop acts and solo stars. The pivot was clear. The focus shifted from group harmony to singular star power. Escape makes this case plainly. Their debut went platinum. Their sophomore album went double platinum. And then, despite the numbers, the promotional machinery stalled. There was mounting internal tension.
Escape, you're at the top of your game, and you took a hiatus.
Yeah, we broke up. We were, doing really good. First album, second album, and we started hearing rumors on the tour that our group member Tasha was going solo. So we supposed to be negotiating, and then it came back that she had basically had an offer from a label, I guess because they had been shopping the deal. And so the lawyer basically was trying to say, well, she's not going to do the third album unless y'all allow her to do her solo project. And that's when it became an issue for us, because I'm like, that was messing up our money.
Right.
Because we trying to negotiate this big money, and they're like, well, we don't even know if y'all gonna stay together, and all this other kind of stuff. They used that as an opportunity not to pay us what we were worth. They basically let Tasha know that, she could do a solo project, but it would be after the third album. And she was supposed to do it with So So Def and not the other company that had gave her an offer.
Right.
So we went into our third album knowing that the group was going on hiatus. So that's why.
And their producer and label head was building his own profile and redirecting resources toward other acts in his orbit. By the time Traces of My Lipstick, their third album, which was also certified platinum, dropped in 1998, the group's internal struggles, combined with the label's attention, was the beginning of the end. Again, it was most definitely not about talent, but budget allocation and internal beefs. 702 was signed to Motown in the middle of its own institutional restructuring. Not deliberate suppression necessarily, but the result was identical. A commercially viable group starved of consistent promotional support. It was never about the lack of talent or even a lack of audience and fans wanting more. True fans of these groups never left. The infrastructure that supported them did. This all goes to show you can eliminate a format without ever officially canceling it. Like disco music before it, R&B, specifically the girl groups of R&B, just stopped being fed. So listen, this isn't just about 90s R&B girl groups. It's about how the music industry consistently disguises structural decisions as cultural shifts, as if it's the group's fault or the fans' fault. Understanding the difference between those two things is the whole point of this platform. What happened to girl groups is the same thing that happened to the soundtrack album, to regional rap scenes, to black-owned radio. The industry just finds a format, extracts its value, and quietly restructures away from it when it becomes inconvenient. This channel exists to document those patterns. We do mourn them sometimes. Who doesn't miss the good old days? But it's also good to name these patterns, identify when and why things went left. Because once you see the mechanism, the system pulling the puppet strings, you can't unsee it. It wouldn't be right to close without saying this. Every single group mentioned, En Vogue, SWV, TLC, Escape, 702, Total, and Destiny's Child's members, is either currently touring, has toured within the last few years, or is about to launch a nationwide tour in summer 2026. More than 30 years later. The songs are timeless, the fan loyalty is lifelong, and the impact is undeniable. So what was your favorite R&B girl group of the 90s? And what other pop culture moments looked like a cultural shift, but were really just a business decision?
Alrighty, man. Look. These record companies, they shady. They down low. Shit. I mean, shit, they doing this with any artist, really. They don't care about artists. They don't care about developing you. They don't care about turning you into a star so you can sell them more. They got the game figured out. At this point, they in cahoots with Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. They setting these parameters around streams and giving the smallest of percentages to the artist. The artist sees no value back for the streams. They done fixed the game by making shit go digital. They can fix the game. It's like for every 1,000 sales, that's a fraction of a penny. Fuck out of here, bro. Every 1,000 sales is a fraction of a penny. That's crazy. And then on top of that, they don't even promote your shit. They don't even try to give you a big hit that's gonna be on the radio for quite some time or on the charts for quite some time, so that way they can recoup as much money as possible. They don't even care to recoup no more. It's like, yeah, we'll give you the money, but shit, you'll go in debt and then you'll owe us, and then you'll be our slave, and then you'll go on and do television. You'll go on and do Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do Love and Hip Hop. You're gonna do something Zeus related, fucking VH1 related. You're gonna do something else. And when you do that, or you're gonna probably hop on that one track with that one girl that's popping right now, or that one dude that's popping right now, and your name gonna bubble back up a little bit. Then you're gonna go on tour. You're gonna do Rolling Loud. You're gonna do Coachella and all these other events, and then after that we're gonna recoup on that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get our little money here and there, but you'll always be the slave to us. But that's just how it is, man. That's how the game is played. It's nothing. It's the best thing to do is to go independent. If the big names in the music industry right now go independent and do everything on their own, if everybody could do everything on some Master P shit, just find you a good in-house producer, get you a couple of artists, and just flood the market with music on top of music. I think that formula could work in today's time, considering the fact that we're in the digital era. So the more hits that's out there, the more recognition that's out there. Then on top of that, you don't have the labels behind you trying to snatch up every little crumb that you get. I think that would work, man. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. These record companies, they shady. The artists need to find a new way to. The artists definitely need to find a new way to make it on their own, man. Because the record label move ain't it no more. It's clearly dried up. Ain't no money in the record industry no more. They done changed the game to get their money. And leave you with crumbs and say, well, that's all we can give you. Go on tour, go sell some makeup, go do a commercial for Wendy's and McDonald's and Burger King. Go do that. Go make an appearance on WWE, even though you don't fit in with that product. Do something, shit. Go make us some money. But yeah, man, that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. Most definitely, man. It sucks. You know, girl groups with that. I mean, R&B groups in general, male or female, or, you know, co-eds, intergender groups, I should say. It don't matter which ones. They all got fucked over in the end. New Edition got $1.87 back for going on a world tour. After going on a world tour, it's crazy work. So yeah, the industry been playing in the face of these musicians for a long time. But yeah, man, that's just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see you on the next one. To the deuces.